Hi, everyone. So this is my commercial research. I don't know what you want to call it. A critique. So the first commercial that I chose was an ad campaign from Kendall Jenner. It was for Pepsi. Okay, so this is the commercial that I think fell short. And I wrote a few things. I think that the commercial was not good because it just, for one, it came at a time when things are very political and it just didn't make sense to be an uplifting, like celebratory type of commercial. I know that Pepsi really wanted it to be, but it was definitely not. Um, they just didn't have enough Pepsi advertisement in it. So it really left me feeling confused about what the commercial was supposed to be about. Was it supposed to be about Pepsi being, a a brand that can bring everybody together, or was it about Kendall Jenner like bringing things together? Was it about, the protest that was obviously going around in the background? It was really, it left it feeling very confusing. Um, then the questions were, how did it make you feel? It made me feel like Pepsi was trying to do something very political at the time, and they just kind of fell short. It wasn't thought through well enough. If they wanted it to be political, they could have, I mean, maybe done some different things. I think when it comes to politics, it's really hard to be on the good side of politics. There's always going to be somebody who disagrees with it. And then what was the tone of it? It didn't really have one specific tone. And that's, I think, what made the commercial feel a little confusing. It was several different things. It says, what was the overall message? I don't know what did it fall short or did it deliver on it? I think it really fell short. I think with this one, it felt just, like I said, politics is a very important thing. And when you're trying to incorporate so much that's going on into a commercial, especially, with things that with the certain protests and everything that have been going on, it just did not look great. You can't just go, oh, well, Pepsi is going to solve the problem. Celebrities and Pepsi are going to solve the problem. And Pepsi and celebrities are going to make everybody come together and just forget all of the problems that are actually happening worldwide. I don't think that was the right look for Pepsi. Um, it was just a miss. It really fell short. And then it says demographic. Who is it mainly goal towards? I think it was goal towards a younger audience, maybe between 18 to 30, people who were heavily, I don't know, I don't want to say in the woke society because that seems a little, it seems right for it, but it doesn't, I feel like it just maybe was gold towards people who are more political right now, people who are paying more attention to the news right now. And I feel like the age range that it was about was maybe between 18 to 30, maybe a little bit older. Um, And the things that I think that I would have done differently for this commercial are I still would have kept Kendall Jenner inside of the commercial, right? So the commercial, what I was reading off of it said that she went to that she was at a photo shoot before this. So I would have just kept her at the photo shoot, right? Simple, easy, classic Pepsi, and her go, oh, I'm so parched, and asking somebody to go get her a Pepsi. In that time they could have gone through, I don't know, maybe like some old clips of Pepsi just to keep it classic, to show Pepsi throughout the ages, and then back to her taking a sip of it, bringing it to modern times, showing that Pepsi is a crisp, fresh drink that has lasted for a really long time. Other than that, I don't think that there's anything else that could be done about this commercial. So, I mean, did, I think they did what they thought was right. I did read that this commercial was removed shortly after being advertised. So I think that they also thought that was a better move to take it off instead of having to deal with all the backlash that it was getting. So that is my first commercial that I think fell short. For my second commercial, it is actually a two-part commercial for Beyonce's Cowboy Carter tour, but she partnered with Levi to do this one. And I think this is the one that delivered exactly how it was supposed to. Come here, sexy little thing. Snap a picture, bring it on. Oh, you wish you were my Levi jeans. Put you down to the bone. Be a sex. Okay, let me pause it. So, I think that Levi stayed on brand. They stayed very classic. It made me feel like it was a classic Levi commercial, and it did make me want to, go buy a pair of Levi jeans, which I haven't worn in a really long time. Uh, I think even just this opening part where it's just her backside and you can just see barely the little Levi tag, they're beautiful. The jeans themselves are beautiful. Um, I think that the lighting, the atmosphere, the music, everything was just on point. Even the advertising, they just continued to show Levi jeans throughout the commercial. So I think it was great advertising wise, and the tone was just old school pool hall jeans, country, everything that Levi is actually about. Um, I think that the commercial felt like, oh, hold on, I'm sorry. So the commercial never felt like it was off brand. It felt like it was literally delivering Levi jeans like it was supposed to be. Even the music is in the background talking about her Levi jeans. So I think that it was on point like it was supposed to be. Um, I think the only thing that I would say for this one is it did help promote two companies, even though it wasn't actually promoting the Cowboy Carter tour. This did happen during the promotion of her tour. So I think that even though it just mainly stayed on Levi, it did help promote two brands. And for the questions, how did it make you feel? I felt like I was in a Levi commercial. I felt like they really stayed on brand. It stayed true to the Levi name. They weren't trying to do anything extra. They did have two very famous celebrities to promote their brand. Um, and I think it was very classic, just it felt very authentic. Um, it was very classic and artful. It did bring like a classic look to, a modern day art era, and it stayed very true to the Levi brand. Um, and like I said, even though it showcased two very famous actors, it wasn't about the actors themselves. It was about the Levi brand and Levi jeans. They're both wearing Levi's from head to toe. And you can, see that Levi put a lot of thought into this commercial. Let's see. I feel like it was geared towards maybe a younger to an older audience. I would say maybe between mid like 20s to mid 40s. If we're gonna put it in an age range, I would say probably from like 20 to about 45 would be what I thought about Levi jeans. Um And I think the only thing that I would have changed about this commercial is I would have showed more advertisement for Levi because, like I said, you can see the tag on her jeans right there. But I think if you maybe added a few wider shots of like some signs on the wall that said Levi in like a neon sign, that would have been a little more advertising. Other than that, I don't think that this commercial really fell too short on anything. It was great. It did promote the product like it was supposed to. And I thought it looked and felt very authentic to what Levi was or is as a product. So that is it. And I hope that everybody enjoys my critique of these commercials.